welcome to our special collaborative interview and podcast presented by AQP6MOhJmHAneMOu9y2TGYiDWpIS and the McCann Councils for International Education. First, let me introduce myself. I'm Anojang. I'm a AQP6MOhJmHAneMOu9y advisor, and today we are delighted to welcome Mr. HUSe9X, who is the Director of International Student and Scholar Services at the University of Incarnate Award. So, thank you so much for accepting our invitation, and welcome to Mongolia, and welcome to AQP6MOhJmHAneMOu9y office.
Awesome, thank you, and thank you for having us. We really appreciate it.
Great. So he's here to share what makes the University of the Incarnate Award a great choice for international students, especially for Mongolia students, including its academic strengths, career opportunities, and student support services, scholarship opportunities, financial aid, and also the campus. He will share about that. And thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Martinez. First question is, could you please give our listeners and students an overview of the University of the Incarnate Award and what makes it a unique place for international students?
Great. Well, once again, just thank you for having us and allowing us to talk a little bit about our school. The University of the Incarnate Award is located in San Antonio, Texas. Texas is pretty central as far as the United States, and we're pretty centralized in San Antonio. The University of the Incarnate Word, we call it UIW. We are a small campus, but we feel like we're part of the community as well. The little overview of the campus, it's very green, it's surrounded with trees and so forth, and it's a very welcoming environment. A little bit about our school. We have small class sizes, so it could be anywhere between a classroom having 25 students to one faculty. So the faculty to student ratio is fairly small, which is great. So you get that rapport with the faculty members, you get a lot of interaction with other students as well, and just creating a nice environment for a student to study in the United States or in Texas.
Thank you for sharing. Next question is related about the international student and scholar services. And what service does the International Student and Scholar Services Office provide to help international students succeed academically and personally?
Sure. Well, I would say that the process begins really early on. So before a student applies, we would like for students to attend a pre-arrival session. So it'll give them like a chance, several chances for them to meet with advisors before they arrive, so that there's like pre-arrival sessions that discuss academic success. There's conversations about how to afford education even though they may have scholarships. So it really gives them the opportunity to discuss campus life before arriving in the United States. While they arrive in the United States, we provide a 1-week orientation in which we will support them. We pick them up at the airport, we move them to the dormitory, we ensure that they are meeting with an academic advisor. With that academic advisor, they're going to be with them for the 4 years that they're in their education journey with us. So we build a rapport. It starts with me being on the tour, me greeting them during orientation, and then allowing the staff members beyond to ensure that they're successful throughout their journey. And so we track their grades as far as the office. We want to make sure they're successful. If students are falling a little behind, we may meet with them to figure out how we can help them. So campus support, we have tutoring services, we have counseling services in the event someone's homesick. We want them to ensure that they're getting the help that they needed. We will connect each one with their advisor, their teachers in advance. Just a lot of communication to ensure that the student knows what they need, again, to be successful in their education.
Great, thank you for sharing. Counseling services is very important to students, especially because it, for example, it will be their first time to visit the United States, so it's very important service. So next question is, how does the university support international students, in maintaining legal status, including visas? You have already mentioned about H1 visa after graduation level to OPT or CPT, right? So how does the university support international students?
Sure.
And maybe US visa appointment or interview?
Sure. Yeah, our office does it all from, again, the pre-arrival. Whenever we issue the I-20, we will give the student the step-by-steps in order for them to succeed in getting their visa approved. And then once they arrive on campus and start enrolling in coursework, we have special workshops provided by our advisors, and the workshops could be anything from how to live in the United States to how to apply for certain visa types after they graduate or during their semester. They're looking for additional options, so maybe like H-1B or other opportunities. We have workshops for that. Other sessions are, we have a lot of workshops that are geared to success. So that could be academically, it could be in internships. We would love for every student to do an internship to gain experience while they were in the United States. And so that can also help them with their OPT after they graduate and get, employment. So we are always encouraging students to do it. It's whether the student wants to do it or not, right? It's another thing, but we highly encourage students to do that.
Great. So you have already answered my question because I'm going to ask, the workshops, advising sessions. So next question is more about the internship opportunities. So how does the university help students prepare for their careers and internships and or practical experiences while studying in the United States?
Sure. Again, some programs it's required that they do an internship. It's part of the degree program. So for those, it's a little easier for them to already have that established into their degree program. For the ones that don't have an internship component established into their curriculum, then we will work through my office to apply for a CPT, which is their internship. We work really close with Career Services Office, and they're the ones who are helping students, advise them on opportunities that may arise, or if not, we'll work with the individual school. For instance, like accounting, we know faculty there who are really knowing where for students to apply, what they need to do, what are the next steps. So we work hand in hand with the academic units and also career services to ensure that they're taking advantage of the opportunities. And our office will process that paperwork for that as well. So it's all inclusive.
So when I give individual advising or group advising, students always ask the scholarships, full ride scholarships, or financial aid. So could you please share information about scholarship opportunities, assistantships, or financial support options available to international students? Sure.
Yes, and during the application process, students are we're reviewing the financial, I guess, the whole package, right, based on its merit base. So scholarships are merit based, so we look at the GPAs. They can submit the SAT or SAT for perhaps additional funds if the GPA is not doing so well. So there are opportunities from the admissions side in order for us to review the scholarships and the opportunities. Usually around a 3.5 or higher, we will have the presidential scholarship. And so that's a pretty decent amount of monies that are being provided to the students. So I highly suggest when students are applying to, apply and see what they receive back, and then based on the scholarships, we can also look at the academic side and see if there are opportunities within the academic unit to see if there are scholarships available for them. If a student likes sports and they want to participate in campus sports, we have another way for them to receive additional funds through club sports. And there might be some outside scholarships available, but as far as full ride scholarships, that's something that we don't have, but we are looking to work closely with our Office of Financial Aid to see if there are any other funds that can help support education.
Does your institution offer athletic scholarships?
Athletic scholarship?
Athletic,
yes, we are an NCAA D1 school, and so if students are accepted into one of the sports programs, the D1 sports program, then obviously that does cover an enormous amount of their education and also their housing as well.
Housing, great. So how does the University of the Incarnate Word foster a welcoming and inclusive campus environment for students from different cultures?
I'm glad you mentioned that. It's very important that students feel welcomed and they find a home at another place, and that would be the university. Our slogan is, this is now your home. And so we want to ensure that we are welcoming students. Again, during the 1 week orientation, we invite campus partners to come onto our orientation to greet students and to make them feel welcomed as well. And then during the semester, we do have various cultural events throughout the campus to ensure that individuals are seeing the other cultures being represented on campus. But not only that, we encourage our students, our international students, to participate in the domestic side and also enjoy their events as well. And as far as the community, outside community, everybody loves Incarnate Word. It's in a safe area, so people know our students and they know that we have a strong presence of international. So I would say that they feel very welcome in our community. And we also allow opportunities for students to go outside of campus, and we take them to sports games and the river walk and other local attractions for them to really feel part of the community, and so our community could also see our international community as well.
Yeah, it sounds very engaging and inspiring.
That's what we do. Thank you.
Yes. So for students applying from Mongolia or international students, what are the key steps to apply, and how can they make their application stronger?
Sure, absolutely. It could begin as early as just sending an inquiry form and talking a little bit about your degree and learning a little bit more about that. The next steps after application, obviously you'll get response back on what you qualify for in scholarships, but we're there along the whole entire journey. So an administrator like me, director of international students, I see the beginning to the application phase, and I see them thriving throughout the semester. And so we're really there to support a student. But going back to the question about how to ensure that a Mongolian student is able to get, approved, and really the application is just one stepping stone. But once we start receiving more information about the student, all those details really matter. So letter recommendations are really key to knowing the student a little bit more. But the transcripts also tell us a lot about the student. So by just having those key documents as far as transcripts and letter recommendations, those are key to knowing a little bit more about the student. But those are just great steps for a student to take to succeed.
Do students apply through Common App or?
Through Common App, we also have an application online that through a QR code that will leave behind here, so a student can easily apply, or just go to our website, www.uiw.edu, and then during the application, just select international, and all the steps will be there for international students.
So my final question is, what advice would you give students who are excited but nervous about studying in the United States? Would you please give them tips?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest advice is to trust the administrators and trust our school like us, especially being a small community. We want you to feel that you're being well supported through the very beginning all the way through the end. And that's why while we are traveling, it's important to meet with advisors like us and trusting us in the process. But I think in a small community like UIW, you're going to get a lot out of it because you're a smaller number. We get to know you by name from the very beginning all the way through the end of your education. So just give us the opportunity to work with students like them and to help them out throughout their journey. I think that's really key. But for them to have fun too, and allowing them to participate in programs like the various ones that we have, those are very key important elements of education so that they can feel at home with their new place. So,
exactly. Thank you for your thoughtful advice for our students.
Sure.
So thank you so much, Mr. Martinez, for sharing these insights and inspiring stories our listeners today. I'm sure our students has learned a lot about the University of the Incarnate Word and what makes it a fantastic option for the Danish students. And also we're going to go to Ayol's school now, and he will present a presentation about the University of the Incarnate Word, and I will do a Facebook Live, so students who can't attend our session, you can watch our Facebook Live. So to our listeners, remember, whether you're exploring academic programs, scholarships, or campus life, Educationist Mongolian here. We are here to guide you through every step of your US study journey, and also please follow Educationist Mongolia's Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube page, and we have a lot of upcoming events scheduled, so stay tuned, and thank you for tuning in, and we hope you join us for our next episode. And also I'd like to express my deepest gratitude to Mr. Jose Martinez, who is the Director of International Student and Scholar Services at the University of the Incarnate Word. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you.